Hey, what's going on, guys? Markel's TV here, back with another video. Here I am. For those who are like, yeah, you never show your face on camera. Well, here I am. So, anyway, I want to talk about Living Will in this podcast. This is a document where, especially for people who have a lot of disabilities, and you want to let people know what could happen. You want to have a document stating what your wishes would be in case you are unconscious, unable to speak. You have a document that can speak for you. Now, I know this is an uncomfortable conversation for a lot of people, but it is a conversation that needs to happen because you never know what's going to happen. You're not young men and women anymore. Most of you guys who watch this channel, you pretty much in your 40s, 50s, 60s, and 70s. So if you don't have one, you should think about getting one, which is a living will, so you can have your wishes that you want heard instead of somebody making decisions for you. This document allows you to speak for yourself. What are some reasons to have this document? The reasons would be if you're involved in an accident or you've been put on life support, you can't speak, you can't say anything. You have a document to speak for you. Not only that, with the living will, you should have a will made out, period. You have kids, you have other family members that you want to leave things to. You may want to leave it to a charity organization, or you want to leave it to whoever. You want to donate it to the Goodwill or whatever. This is an opportunity while you're here to get that done instead of, you're gone. Now your family members are fighting over, what you left behind. Make it known who you want to give what to. So that way people don't have to go to court and let somebody else decide who gets what. You can make that known here now, right? While you're conscious, you got everything. Hey, I want to leave it all to this child and let them distribute it amongst the others, or however you want to set it up. But this is something that needs to happen for most people because tomorrow is not guaranteed for any of us. At any time, something can happen, the unexpected. You always want to be prepared. This is one of the things I like to tell people, regardless of the situation, you want to be prepared for the unexpected. I took it upon myself to go ahead and set this up for myself, a living will, as well as a will speaking about what my wishes would be in the event something happened that is unexpected. Again, I know this is an uncomfortable conversation for a lot of people. They don't want to hear about this. They don't want to talk about this. But it's like anything else that's uncomfortable. You have to deal with it because it's inevitable. We're all going to leave this earth. We're not going to stay here forever. So take it upon yourself now, right? Even though you may feel healthy, you may feel fine, you may feel everything is going great. Anything can happen when you walk out that door. Anything can happen while you're at home. So you always want to take care of business. Let me see who I have on with me right now. Howard, what's going on, man? How you doing? TL, what's going on? Biff, how you doing today? Mr. Collins, good evening. It's not uncomfortable. This is something that needs to be talked about, especially in the Black community. That's in every community, sir. This is something where I've seen, especially that you mentioned in the Black community, you see family members get knocked down, drag out fights over property, stop speaking to each other permanently over issues like this, where no one has left any kind of wishes or statements. Now they're going to court fighting for a house, or going to court fighting over whatever was left behind. And it's like, while you here, you have the opportunity to let it be known what your wishes are, whether you're doing it, via video, or you're doing it in a handwritten document you've given to an attorney so that, they have it for safekeeping in the event something happens to you, however you choose to do it. But I'm just saying, man, to let your wishes be known. If you're put on life support and you don't want to be on life support, then you can have that in a living will. Look, as far as the doctor's concerned, look, nobody else has to make a decision for me. I've already stated what I want to happen. You know, some people may say, nope, keep me on there as long as you can to try to revive me. Again, this is your opportunity to say whatever it is you want to say and let your wishes be known. Wills and life insurance are something ignorant and selfish family members like to avoid. It might be uncomfortable, but it is reality. Yes, it's reality. We're all going to leave here one day. We're not going to be here forever. And the earlier you can take care of these things, get them out of the way, that's one less thing you have to worry about. They have to worry about, because my kids know. I already told them, look, if I leave, this is who getting what, and this is who going to distribute it among everybody. So there's no point in getting upset. There's no point in raising any kind of hell about it. This is what I want, period, point blank. And they understand that. So you know, there's not going to be anybody going to court trying to figure out what my wishes are. I've already let it be known. You don't want your assets to go to probate court. No, that's why I'm bringing this up, man. There's too many times, and he said in the Black community, but I think in every community, where people don't take the time to actually get stuff like this taken care of, right? Because we don't want to, you know, I guess it's kind of like vulnerability. We don't want to seem vulnerable that we're admitting that we're going to leave here one day. You are going to leave here. Whether you're ready or not, you are going to leave here one day. So it's best to prepare for that. It's best to get it out of the way. And that's going to lead me into my next topic. Next week, we're going to talk about life insurance, man, because there's too many people that's not prepared. Life insurance. I mean, I'm going to bring up all these different things, man, that people would say, oh, you know, we already know this. No, a lot of people don't. A lot of people don't know the cost. A lot of people don't know what happens when you die. Where are you when you die? Like, you overseas. Do you want to be buried here in Colombia? You want to be buried back in the States? How you going to get that accomplished? So I'm going to bring that up next week. But on this particular topic, though, which is living will and will itself, this is something, man, that needs to be done. Don't care how you feel. Don't care how physical strong you look. You need to handle this, especially if you're over 40 years old, man. Go ahead and handle it. Don't be left out. You know, you got your family out there wondering, you know, what is he going to do with all this stuff he's accumulated, or what he's going to do with the money that he has, or whatever, you know, the life insurance policy that he has. Where is it supposed to go? Who's supposed to get what? Don't leave people hanging. Living in Mexico. What's up, man? How you doing? Let's see. Yeah, I need to get my will going before it's too late. Yes. That's why I'm bringing this up, man. Again, some people won't like to hear this, but this is why I bring this up. It's a conversation that needs to happen. If you have a spouse, significant other, this conversation you need to have with them. They need to have a document. You know, if you guys are talking to each other, right, about these things, and you know, okay, you know what this person wants. They've told you what they want many times. Don't put me on life support. Just let me go. If that's their wish, okay. But what happens when both of you guys, say you're in the car together, neither one of you can speak? Now what? You're leaving that decision in somebody else's hand, and say it doesn't go well. Now they're feeling guilty for the rest of their life because they believe they made the wrong decision. You understand what I'm saying? I don't want to make my kids have to decide something I can say for myself while I'm here, whether or not I want to keep it going or just let it go. Let it go. Exactly. You need to discuss who's getting what, getting in writing. My aunt has been telling me for years she has some land that she gave me. Come to find out, it's still in her name. Yeah. Yes. Bro, I'm telling you, there's nothing worse than breaking up a family over possessions that family members didn't make clear in any kind of statement or any kind of document where they wanted to go, who they want to give it to. And I'm telling you, man, there's so many people that have split their families up over this that is crazy, you know, to think And then some of these people don't really have a whole lot, but it's just a thought, oh, well, now we got to go to court to try to figure this out. Don't let that happen, man. Take care of business now. Make sure you put in your will for the $20. For that $20, okay. Let's see. Many people just don't get it. They're ignorant to how things work. They think they die, you get everything. You need to get it in writing unless you have a joint account. Correct. I always think of different types of scenarios, right? You have a significant other living with you. You're not married. Say you've been together only a year. The significant other is thinking, okay, automatically everything is going to them. Well, they got kids. The kids are going to fight for whatever they want. They didn't make anything clear, right? So now there's a big battle over that person's estate. I'm telling you, man, handle it now. If nothing else, just make a will out, leaving your last wishes. You end up having more kids, just change your documents. Just go back and change it. But don't wait till the last minute. You laying up in the hospital and now nobody knows what is what. Hey, Markel, how you, sir? Good to see you. You too, the warrior. How you doing, man? Mr. Thompson, what's going on with you today? Probate court takes months or could even take years with lots of headaches and lawyer fees. Correct. That's why I'm telling y'all this, man. That's why I'm bringing this up. It's uncomfortable. It makes you feel vulnerable because you're going to leave this earth one day. But if you're in denial, if you don't think you're going to leave this earth, you are going to leave. Whether you rather or not, you're going to leave. So handle it now. Let everybody know what your wishes are. Take care of it now. Don't leave it up to somebody else to where now they're feeling guilty because possibly they made the wrong decision. No. Make your thoughts and your wishes clear. If you don't want to be on life support, make a document saying that. You want to donate your organs, make a document saying that. You want to leave everything to your 3 kids and let them divide it equally, get a document that says that. Don't let them go to court and say, well, I lived with him longer than you did, so I deserve more. No. Make it easy on everybody. Believe me, they will fight over China plates. Let's see. Trust me, I'm dealing with it right now. My brother is asking for more since I work and he doesn't. I'm telling you, man, I've seen in my own family situations like this where a parent has died. They left nothing behind for no one. Now the siblings don't even talk to each other over this issue because now they're both in court, right? Battling over who gets what. They should have had some kind of document stating something that they wanted to happen. I could be wrong, but I think the only exception is joint account. If you have a joint bank account or joint brokerage account and one person dies, you should be okay. Everything else, get it in writing. Yeah, I'm not sure about joint accounts. I've only had, even when I was married, I only had individual accounts. I never did the joint account thing. I kept everything, we kept our accounts separate. We paid our bills together with a different account, but like the main account where all the money went, we kept that in separate accounts. So I don't even know about that one. Let's see. That doesn't make sense. We both were given the same education, but he doesn't make more because he's not so good. Well, yeah. I mean, money makes us change. It changes us, right? The prospect of getting something when you have nothing changes a lot about you as a person. You think you know somebody until a situation like that comes up, and then they show you who they really are, right? And it's unfortunate, but that's the way human nature is, bro. Is preservation. Like, what more can I get out of this? Because you already have this, we shouldn't split it. You're doing better than I am. I should get more than you because you're already doing better. Where does that make sense at? That's not my fault. That's not your fault that person is not doing as good as you are. Right? How is that your fault? And that's too many times people feel that way or feel when you get something, it's theirs as well as yours. But when they get something, oh no, 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 this is only for me. I'm sure a lot of you guys have gone through that as well. The only thing I'm leaving is these Markel videos. All right, Mr. Collins. Let's see. Could not believe the number of veterans who don't have a will in play. Oh, that's tons of them. Tons of them, bro. Tons of them. Even when you in a conflict, dude, they didn't have, a lot of these guys don't even think to do a living will. If they're not forced to, right? If they're not forced to do a document, they're not going to do a document. They don't know if they're going to make it back home or not. They have to be forced into doing this. Very few of them even think about this. Very few. But somehow they think they're invincible, right? The younger you are, the more invincible you believe you are, the way you feel. But I believe after you hit 40 years old, man, it's that time to sit down and have that serious conversation with your significant other, with your kids, if they're of age, to have that conversation with them and let them know, what you want. So they all know. There is no point of going to court trying to fight over stuff. They all should know and be aware of what your wishes are. Exactly. Okay. What's up, Mr. Smith? How you doing today? I am one of them. Okay. Let's see. Can you suggest some online resources on how to make a will? You can just Google it, The Warrior. You can just Google, and if basically you can find an attorney in your area. It doesn't cost that much to get a living will, a document, and to get a will itself. There are set prices for that. It's just basically a clear document stating what you want in case of a medical emergency, right? Or some other situations that happen. You want to make your wishes known, okay? You nailed it. It's human nature. I learned that people are going to do anything to survive, and some are vain, just plain greedy. I don't trust anyone. Money will bring the animal out of man. Absolutely. Dude, my cousin and I have seen situations, bro, where if people think they're getting something, they'll do whatever it takes to get it. But once they got it, they ain't trying to do nothing else to maintain it. They ain't interested in maintaining shit. If they get the money, if they can figure out a way to get free money, they're going to do whatever it takes to get free money. But to maintain it, I ain't interested in that shit at all, dude. That's just, I don't know why some people are like that, dude. But, it's just the way we are as human beings. Some of us are as human beings. I went with a living trust. Okay. So who is this? Mr. Smith. Okay. So you're taking care of business. I understand that, man. That is something, dude. Like I said, we all need to take care, especially when you go over 40. You in your 50s and you should have already had this done. There's no excuse. You should have had this done already. Especially if you got loved one and kids. If you got kids that you plan on leaving your things to, your house to, things like that, you need to let it be clear. They have people at the VA that will help you with a living will free of charge. Yes, I forgot about that. I appreciate you bringing it up, Mr. Collins. Yes, at the Department of Veterans Affairs. I don't know if they still do that at certain bases. I know at certain bases they used to do that as well, where they would offer a service to help, whether it was servicemen or veterans or retirees, set that up as well. But you can get that done because the majority of you guys are veterans that watch this channel. Go to the VA, man. Talk to them. Let them know you want to set up a living will. You want to get a will going. You want to get all of this out the way, man. Okay? Because things may have changed. You may have one and things may have changed. You may have more kids. You may be married to a different person, right? You want to update that information if you wanted to change, right? Because if you got more kids, obviously you want to include, I would hope, all your kids in that scenario as well. My family got the rental and forced me out. Now they want me to fix the doors or electric bills. But when it comes to collecting the rent, my brother is all ready. that is a sad. I'm sorry to hear that, the Warrior, but that's a sad situation, bro. Well, they're gonna take all the money, but they expect you to spend your money to fix everything, and they just want to take the money and keep it. That's family, man. You don't get to choose your family. I wish there was a way that you could. Growing up, like, okay, I don't like my family. I want to trade them in for another one, but you don't get to do that. You got to stick with who you got, if you choose to. Because I'm gonna be honest with you guys, there's some family members, dude, I don't fuck with at all. I don't. I know how they are. I know how they've been, and I just choose not to deal with it. So sometimes when they all have these family reunions and they inviting everybody and they invite me, I don't go because there's quite a few of them there I know I would never get along with. I would never get any rest or any peace from begging and everything else. So I just don't deal with it. When I asked him fix the property from the rental property or from the rental property from rent, but he says that's not legally divided yet, but he collecting the money. I'm sure that's going to come back to bite him in court. You spending money that should be used to make repairs to the rental property, and they're doing other things with it. I'm sure that's going to come back to bite them. I mean, this shows you what the point of all this BS. Yes, I understand what you're saying. Exactly. Damn, yeah. But I don't know the statistics, but the vast majority of people don't have a will. Yes, dude, it's a large percentage of people out there that don't have it, never thought about it. Bro, there's a large percentage of people out there that don't have life insurance, have nothing, right? You think about how many times when you're in the States, because I haven't seen it here other than like collections, like they put out flowers and things and they have like a can and a sign to collect for funerals. In the States, think about how many car washes you go by for people who don't have life insurance. I'm not just talking about young people. I'm talking about, some seniors. They got to try to raise money for them. Get a GoFundMe page going. All on Facebook asking for donations to help bury this person because they didn't plan. You're going to get old. You're going to die. You need to have some kind of services. Are you going to put that burden on your kids or on your family members to try to bury you? These are things, dude, that are basic that you need to take care of now. If you don't have life insurance, you damn sure need to get some. Okay? You need to get some. Burials are not cheap. What much you think a burial is? $1,000, $2,000? No. To put your ass in the ground, you're looking at least 10 grand, 10, 12, $15,000 to put you in the ground. For a vault, casket, ain't talking about no services. We talking about just basic stuff just to put you in the ground. And you should have some insurance. That little bit of money that is costing what? You giving up a beer? You giving up some cigarettes to put your ass in the ground? That's what you need to do. People don't think about these things, man, until it's too late. And now you got your kids or family members out there trying to raise money to put you in the ground. That is a shame. Also, a lot of people wait. They're too old to make a will at age 80, 90, plus nonsensical trying to divide your assets. Senile trying to divide your assets. And they don't even remember what year it is. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You got to do it now. Do it now. That way you got all your faculties. You know what's going on. Do it now. But I definitely want to talk about this life insurance thing next week. That's going to be a topic I definitely want to bring up is life insurance. Also, another topic I want to bring up, man, is taking advantage later on that week, either Thursday or Friday of next week, taking advantage of the home loan certificates that are offered by the VA. Using that stuff to your advantage, man. There's a lot of benefits that we have as veterans that we don't take advantage of, that we just let these things sit by the wayside and never use them. Because when people currently ask me, are you going back to the States? Yes, at some point I'm going back. I have a grant for $85,000 and it goes up every year with this cost of living adjustment for a house. They've been writing me every year. When you gonna buy your house so we can use this money? They write every year, and I'm gonna take advantage of it. Whether I'm living in it or not, I'm just gonna go buy a property. I may stay in it for a while and go somewhere else, or I may just that might just be it, my final stop. But I am gonna take advantage of that opportunity along with my certificate and that grant money to get me something nice somewhere in the United States or maybe in Puerto Rico. I'm not sure. But you definitely want to take advantage of all these different opportunities that we have, that we are given, that a lot of people don't. You know, they wait to the last minute, like, man, I wish I would have known. Well, I'm telling you now, take advantage of it. All right, guys. So I'm not going to be on long with this one. I do need to get out and do some other things today, but I wanted to come on and put this out there, man, so people can think about this at least. Put it in your head. Get yourself a living will. Get yourself a will. You can go to the VA for those of you who are veterans. You can speak to a counselor there that can set you up to get that done. It should be free of charge for you veterans. I'm sure there are other services similar to that are offered in your community for those of you who are not veterans watching this, where you can go talk to some community organizer there to find out where you can get this done as well. But do not lead this up to somebody else to make the decision for you. You can make the decision now with a living will and with a will where you want everything to go and how you want it divided. Paying for a funeral is something else almost nobody talks about. A lot of people out there driving luxury cars now won't be able to pay for their friend's spousal funeral or even their own. That is correct. You know, it's all about now. Nobody thinks about later on. You know, as a kid growing up, my grandparents used to always have insurance damn near for everybody. Everybody, man, because they were like, they had been in a situation before where a family member died young and nobody was expecting it. And at that time, I think a funeral was about $6,500. They didn't have the money to pay for it. They had to go to church and try to raise money and do all these different things to get money just to bury them, borrow money just to bury them. There's going to be a lot of other people in that similar situation, man. So I just hate to see that. I hate to see people out there with these car washes and these food drives trying to bury loved ones because they were not prepared. Take care of business, man. Just take care of business. If you're depending on Social Security, those of you that have to bury you, Social Security ain't burying your ass. Social Security just going to send you some money for a reef. That's it. You better read the Social Security website. They're not going to bury you. They're just going to send you some flowers, about $200 for a wreath or some flowers. That's it. That's all they're going to do. Markel, good to see you back. We came back to the States and brought another house in Georgia. Okay, Mr. Andrews. So you guys went back to the States and bought another house in Georgia. Okay, cool. Hopefully you got everything else taken care of with this conversation that we're having today. Let's see. Hello, Markel. Diaz. What? Just passed a vet. They took care of him. VA. Okay. I don't know what you mean by I don't even know what that is. Let's see. Used VA entitlements. Yeah. That's what I'm trying to explain, man. I'm going to talk about basic things in this podcast, man, because there's a lot of people who either forget about it or don't understand how to use it and take advantage of it. You don't necessarily have to go buy a new house. You could take a house that a previous veteran has already had, and that process is super easy because they already got a certificate. If you qualify for it, boom, you get in there. It just made it even easier. So, you know, we need to discuss all of these basic things. Let's start from the basics and move our way up to more elaborate things. But first, start with basic information, man. There's too many veterans out there that are allowing these things to go by them without understanding what it is and how to use them. Mr. Collins. Nope. I read your last comment here. Let's see. The last comment you have here, sir, It was about the VA. There's no other comment you got here. That was your last comment, Mr. Collins. Let's see. He was living in the VA and they played taps and all. Thanks much, Chief. Salute out. Okay. Okay, Mr. T Mix. Let's see. Yeah, I didn't miss any comments. I'm looking back now. And like I said, your last comment was they have people at the VA that would help you with a living will free of charge. That was your last comment, Mr. Collins. As far as what I see here. Let's see. We met at Santa Fe. Yeah, I remember who you are. I remember who you are, Mr. Andrews. You and your wife, we met at Claro in Santa Fe Mall. I remember who you are. I didn't forget. Let's see. I avoid most family reunions too. I am grown now, and most of these people aren't worth my time. So people can really be bad for your health. Yes. Unfortunately, there are family members out there, dude, that will cause you undue stress. You get a headache every time they call. You get a headache every time they pull up unannounced. Trust me, I know. Where I currently am in Colombia, they can't just come knock on your door now. They can't just show up whenever they feel like it. It doesn't work that way. So I get exactly what you're saying, Biff. When it comes to some family members you can't wait to see. Others you can do without. So I get it exactly. I know exactly what you're saying. But all right, guys, I appreciate everybody coming on and watching this podcast today as we talk about living wills and wills. Hopefully you guys will join me. What's today? Friday. On Monday, where we're going to discuss life insurance because they're getting ready to open it back up to everyone. For you guys who are just ETS out and you missed that window, they have extended it. Okay. It used to be 120 days after you ETS out. Now they're giving it up to a year, but because of the pandemic, they have extended it even farther. So if you recently got out, you recently got your VA benefits and you didn't sign up for life insurance, you still have a window to do it. You still have a window to do it, and you should take advantage of it. Mr. Murray, what's up, Markel? How much do the CA home loan guarantees you up? As far as California, I'm not sure. Okay, I haven't looked at the certificate in a long time. I think it depends on the amount of the house you're trying to buy. I can't remember what it is. I'm sure someone on here who's been through it recently can tell you the max amount you can get up to. But I don't honestly know how much it is for a guarantee in the state of California. I told my mom I had life insurance and she will say, hell no, I got insurance on all my children. You would embarrass me if I have to talk to a funeral director. Wow. Wow. But I have it on all my kids as well. You know, you hate paying it every month, but if you, it's kind of one of those things, right? You hate to pay it, but when you need it and you don't have it, you wish you did. It's like anything else in life, dude. You know, these are things that you need to have, but sometimes we try to put it off. I'll worry about it later. I'll sign up for it later until you really need it. And then what? They took caps. They took caps off VA loan. Wow. So they don't have any caps anymore? I'm trying to think of the last time. I remember when it was 144,000 max. Then it went up to, was it 285 or 2 something? But now you're saying they have no caps. Wow. Didn't know that. That's what I'm saying. Wow. You ain't the only one, Mr. Murray, or Ms. Mr. Murray. I didn't. No caps? Cool. That works in my favor there. Because normally, dude, you got to work within the parameters of what they set. But to have no caps, hey, I ain't mad at that at all. Y'all better take advantage of that. Not having life insurance to me is just crazy. As not getting insurance and a rental. If it burns down, now what? Yeah, that's even like here in Colombia. In my apartment, dude, I have renter's insurance. Even though I don't have that much stuff in here, the stuff I do have is covered. I'm not going to take no chance, dude. Anything can happen at any point. All your clothes, all your stuff. You go out on a trip, you come back, the whole building is ashes. You got nothing. Now what? You understand what I'm saying? No, man. No. Rental properties do get you some insurance. Okay. Not saying you got to get thousands of dollars to cover your stuff, dude. But even when I had my little place in Yuma, I was only paying like $15 a month. And that covered like $40,000 worth of stuff. That's why I'm like trying to keep all my stuff minimal. Not trying to have what I used to have, just buying stuff just to have it. You need to have insurance on your stuff, bro. From my experience, life is unpredictable. Always expect the unexpected. Always. Because you never know what's going to happen and when it's going to happen. You should always expect the unexpected. But all right, guys, that's going to be it for today. I appreciate everybody watching as always. Until the next time, guys, I will see you all on Monday. Until then,